Welcome back, Emery County. Joining us today, John Mataras. Welcome to AM Live.
Thank you.
Good morning, John. You look spiffy there in that shirt.
Thank you.
I like it.
Good.
Color.
You betcha.
Got a lot of color.
We're going to talk about 7th annual already. I can't believe it.
Yep.
I remember when it was the first.
That's 7 years ago.
Well, you bet. And you did that without doing the finger thing there. I'm proud of you, kid. So we got the musical organ rally coming up, and that is September the 28th and 29th. But then after that, you're going to be doing it at the Methodist Church, right?
Yes. In fact, the fellow right here in the picture here, Daryl Coe, had a good suggestion, something that they do in Germany, because he goes to Germany and brings his little Struber organ over there. And he says they do it in the churches a lot. So he says, let's have an organ concert in the church with select music. And I says, if you can arrange it, fine. And he did. He talked to the minister,
nice.
This and that. And this year, this is an international event because one of the organ grinders from Germany that he knows over there is coming over here for this event.
Wow.
And a fella from Canada's coming down with his little small street organ. So
great.
This year's an international deal.
What year do these organs date back to?
Oh, man.
They're one of...
They go way
Isn't it
back.
Into
Into the 1700s,
I was
sure.
going to say,
Wow.
yeah, way back. And they started out in Europe, am I right?
In Europe, absolutely. In Europe. Yes. In fact, here in the States, California is not much into organ rallies, but in the Midwest, it's better. And then Coney Island has a large organ rally. But in Germany, it's an event that really happens, and in the Netherlands, because in the Netherlands, these organs are national treasures.
I'll be
They
darned.
won't even let you buy them and export them anymore.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
We're going to keep these here at home.
Yeah. They build new ones for export, but the old ones don't get moved.
What powers the sound?
Well, they're air operated, so when the guy's back there cranking, it's doing two things. It's making a bellows go like this to make the air, and the paper is going over the tracker bar, and it's being read, and then the notes play.
Wow.
I'll be darned. Now, do you play?
No, I mean, anybody can play one because there's no skill required, just a lot of muscle.
But I mean, have you ever sat down and played an organ?
No.
No?
No. And this big Bruder's kind of interesting, the big organ
That thing's
here.
huge.
Well, that was originally a barrel organ that played off a pinned barrel. The barrel was probably about 12 inches in diameter and 3 or 4 feet long. And to lay the music out on those, it was all laid out flat on paper, and then you roll it around the barrel, and then put the pins in, drive the finish nails in, and then it moves little levers to make the notes play. Well, probably in the 20s, late 20s, it was converted to play book music. And book music, I don't know if you've ever watched this organ play in Sutter Creek. Book music folds and unfolds.
Oh, wow.
It's a big stack. It looks like a book, and then it just goes through a reader. It unfolds and goes through a reader and stacks back up again.
So what a great location to hold a musical organ rally in the historic downtown Sutter Creek.
Yes, and the merchants love it because it brings a little extra tourism in, and it's a happy event. Husbands, a lot of times shopping with the wives, are sitting there with a big, on their
half
face.
asleep and
half
a frown.
asleep,
Waiting
that's
for
right.
the credit card statement to show up
Yeah.
in the mail.
Yeah.
But with the organ rally, it's everybody's kind of happy and bebopping along and keeping time to the music.
Good time.
And there'll be a minimum of 12 organs there.
Wow.
To the largest one is the big Bruder, and then to the smallest one is just little guys so big.
There's the one that goes around with a couple of monkeys on it. Tell us about that.
Well, that's probably the fellow you see here, Daryl Coe. Several of them have monkeys, but not real monkeys. They're all stuffed monkeys, and they like to. I think some of them are puppets, and they put their hands in them and
Oh,
work with
funny.
the children and so on and so forth.
How great.
So it's fun
Yeah.
for the whole family. Then.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that they because it is one of the original, one of the original musical instruments that was brought over from Europe to the United States.
Yes.
And it's fantastic to see these people still have that enthusiasm about it. Right,
Yes.
John?
Yes.
There you go.
Well, it's
Work with me, John.
It's a dying breed. I mean, that's the problem is less and less people are interested. It's hard to get younger people interested.
I don't think my son's going to show up to this event, but
No.
it for the family, if you have kids, younger kids would be interested in this.
I think we're going to have face painting at the visitor center on this event.
Oh, good.
And what I've been trying to get a hold of is a street magician, somebody that can go and pull a coin
Yeah.
out of your ear and do things, not a balloon tire, but an actual kind of little magician.
Well, if there's anybody out there, they can
Yes,
get a
please.
hold of John and
Give me a call.
I know I'm out there, but I don't really know how to do any magic tricks. John, you're kind of like an ambassador of Sutter Creek. You seem to know everything that's going on. You got all the inside info.
Yeah.
You just got done with your
Now,
car show chili cook-off.
I'll tell you one thing. One of the hardest working people at any event is Lisa.
Oh, Lisa Kowalski. Oh, my
Oh,
God.
my goodness. You got to love Lisa.
She has more energy than 7 other people.
Honest to Pete, that woman is
Well, can't
fantastic.
keep up with her.
September the 28th and 29th from 11 to 4 is going to be your music organ rally. And then at the Methodist Church in Sutter Creek on Sunday afternoon
Right.
is going to be at the church.
Right.
You're going to have another
Have a little concert in the church.
a little concert in the church. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And it's free.
It's everything here is free, and we encourage families to bring their children because they need the exposure to this type of music as well as iPods and iPhones and things
Yeah,
like
oh,
that.
really?
That's what really makes it interesting, is that most, like you say, everything's on a little MP3 player, and this is where it started.
Well, you can actually watch the things play and watch the roll go through, and it's interesting, just
Yeah.
the visual part of it as well as the musical part.
My mother had a player piano, so I know what you're talking about, the rolls, and it was
That's
interesting
right.
to see them put that on there and all the little things hit it and make music. And then when I lived in the Bay Area, when I was a young kid, we had a pizza parlor, and he had a whole wall, and it was behind glass and of the organ, and that thing would blast you out of there.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a man in town that would play, and it was just unbelievable. And he had a train that went around, on the ceiling, and the kids, they wanted to go there because they loved the organ music.
Was that
And
the one in Hayward?
no, it was Martinez.
Oh,
Bella
yeah,
Roma
yeah.
Pizza.
Yeah. It's now defunct, sure.
Yeah, yeah.
I know the people that installed that organ when they
Did
did it.
you?
Sure, Judd Walton and Bob Jacobus.
I'll be darned.
John, I know John. John knows everything. John knows a friend of mine from Sacramento, a mutual friend, Theo Deck, that's a race car builder. John just seems to have
A
yeah.
man of all trades.
One time took me for a ride in his
Hot Rod.
hot rod. Let me tell you.
Boy.
Sutter Creek should be happy to have you being the person
Ambassador.
out there.
We're going to tell you, we're going to call you the ambassador now.
Sutter Creek's a great place to
Oh,
live.
it's a beautiful
A
place.
lot of great people
It
there,
is.
and I'm just glad that the city and the merchants and what have you like this little event, and we'll just keep doing it as long as they keep wanting to do it. These people get
Absolutely.
paid absolutely nothing,
Right.
and they come as far as the state of Washington and San Diego.
Well, bless 'em.
The only thing they get is a free dinner at my house.
That's cute. Well, don't forget, get down there, get down to Sutter Creek on September the 28th and 29th from 11 to 4. Please go down there and support these people and listen to some great music and find out about some great history.